My name's Sid.
My name's Jagger.
And my name's Kai.
This is South Asia's climate impact.
In South Asia, residents practice things like transportation, energy production, fuel combustion from cooking, and burning trash and waste. All of these can contribute towards the region's specific air pollution and greenhouse gas emission. These emissions obviously have a severe impact in the global carbon emission.
But Jagger, who does this? And is it an accident or natural cause?
These practices are no accident. For example, the residents in India, especially in the more rural areas, use wood and agricultural waste for cooking and heating. This can be thought of as a big part of the country's air pollution. And for the last example, the fireworks that they use to celebrate holidays like Diwali can affect the country's air pollution as well.
Hi, my name's Kai, and I'll be talking about how the effects of climate change is changing South Asia. Climate change is affecting ecosystems in South Asia in major ways. Forests have been cut down for farming and cities, especially in places like Mahora and Thailand, causing over 145 million forest losses. This makes it harder for the land to absorb carbon, which adds to global warming. Some forests now release carbon instead of storing it. Bamboo forests could help because they are great at storing a significant amount of carbon, but they are often overlooked. These changes are making it harder for nature and people to deal with climate change. My second topic piece is about how communities of people in the region are impacted or will be impacted. People in South Asia are affected by the climate change and landscape changes. When forests are cut down for farming and cities, it can lead to floods, less clean water, and poor air quality. This also makes global warming cause harm to farmers and make it more difficult for people to live safely. If we don't take care of the land, it will be harder for communities to deal with climate problems due to climate change.
Some of the adaptation strategies that India has already implemented are things like solar power. It is a high source of energy and it is pretty accessible to most groups of people. They're also working on larger scale wind and hydropower, and also soon in the future, India is going to be working on geothermal and nuclear power sources, as those are big emitters. Some of the unique characteristics that my region has is that India, even though it isn't the largest landmass, they have 1.4 billion people there. So obviously their their carbon output is going to be higher than others. India has 1.4 billion people, even though it's only 2.4% of the world, meaning their carbon output is obviously going to be larger than others. Now for the solutions of climate change that me, Jagger, and Kai have figured out. Some of the mitigations that are proposed to reduce the carbon emission in India and South Asia are things like the carbon sinkholes that they have, as 35% of India's landmass is either water or forest, and those are really big carbon sinkholes.
Thank you for watching.